They say every small town hides a story it hopes the world never finds. And for my hometown, Ridgeway Hollow, that secret carries my family's name. The Morgans built this place 2 centuries ago. The mills, the roads, even the church bell that still tolls every night at 9. But no one talks about why it rings or who it rings for. When I was 22, I returned home from my grandmother's funeral. The townspeople stared with tight lips and whispered that the curse might start again, and I laughed it off until I stayed in the old house on the hill. Her room smelled of cedar and dust. Her diary lay open, one line still legible. "If the bell rings for you, do not answer the door." That night, the bell did ring, 9 slow tolls rolling across the valley, and after the last one came 3 deliberate knocks. I peered through the keyhole and saw nothing but darkness until a pale hand pressed against the glass from the other side. My uncle told me in the morning that the bargain was ours now, the one made in 1823 when Elias Morgan lost his daughter to the flood and begged something from the river to bring her back. It gave him a bell tower instead and a curse. Each generation, a Morgan must keep the bell ringing or the dead will walk. I called it superstition until the next night when I saw the bell rope moving on its own inside the open tower, breathing like a lung, and words carved into the wall reading, "You missed your turn." At home, every mirror was shrouded. I uncovered one and watched my reflection smile when I didn't, whispering, "You rang late." Outside, my uncle was nailing an empty coffin shut. "In case you fail," he said. And then the bell thundered on its own, and wet footsteps squelched from the woods. Through the fog, a woman appeared, hair dripping, eyes pale, voice my grandmother's. The bellkeeper broke the vow. Now the river takes its own. She pointed at me, and without moving her mouth, spoke inside my head. "Your blood built this town." By morning, my uncle was gone, his boots filled with river silt. The townspeople begged me to stay. "The bell won't ring itself." So I climbed the tower that night, the rope cold and slick, as if pulled from the river. When I touched it, a whisper arose from inside the cracked metal. "It's your turn, Elias." The bell rang once, twice, and on the 3rd toll, figures stirred in the fields, crawling from the soil, dripping mud and water, faces of my own family staring upward. I rang until my hands bled, until they sank back into silence, and at dawn, the bell was split down the middle, my uncle's voice echoing faintly from within. "The vow is yours now." That was 3 months ago, and every night since, I've kept the bell ringing at 9, because when it doesn't, I hear knocking again, and through the keyhole, that same pale hand waits for me. Ridgeway Hollow sleeps peacefully tonight because the bell still rings, but when it stops, the river will rise, and my family's dark secret will walk again.